Welcome to your Daily Revolution podcast. Today's topic, are you really sure you're headed the right direction? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. My name is Setema, Gali, the founder and creator of the Prosperity Revolution, a global movement that helps you to get out of scarcity and into prosperity every single day. A movement where people have value, things do not, where money is a result of helping people, where you're rewarded for creating value for others, and where prosperity is not the result of luck, but a predictable steps and formulas, and where happiness is the ultimate goal. Happy day today. Whenever you're listening to the podcast, I will first of all want to say thank you so much for listening to the podcast, for being a part of the Prosperity Revolution, for being a great human being, a great leader, a great husband, father, mother, wife, a great partner, just a great human being. But the world needs more of that these days, like real people who do really good things or great things to make a difference in the world. And with that said, let's talk about this question of the podcast. I'm down here in Florida. It's actually Sunday when I'm shooting this podcast, right? So it's for me, a day I call Sabbath. And again, that might be different depending upon your personal beliefs or religious beliefs. Whatever day Sunday is, some people it's a fun day. For some people it's a holy day. Regardless of whatever day it is for you, I'm shooting this on Sunday, and this is why I'm sharing that with you. Sunday is a day of reset for Setema. It's a day where I sit back and I really reflect. And I take note of what happened the previous week. I call this a return and report inside of my coach's corner. Right? It's my weekly planning. And inside of that planning, a lot of reflection, think time, I look and I take a good inventory of my life. And as I'm sitting down here in our brand new HQ, I'm surrounded by great people, and one of my team members is going home today. And so we're just talking and getting some stuff done. Another one of our members is, handling church responsibilities, and my family's at church. And it's just like, again, a peaceful day. This question comes up in my mind, which says this, am I headed the right way? Or am I really sure about the direction I'm going? See, in my younger years, I thought, man, if I just can make six figures, that would be amazing. And then I did it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, well, I need to double that. And so I did it again, because there was always these goals and these outcomes and these benchmarks. And I've always been inspired to grow and to expand and to get better. Well, then I thought, when I get my first Range Rover or my first Mercedes, and then I got it. When I own my first home, then I got it. When I make my first 7 figures, then we did it. And then I was like, let's double that. And then again, I want you to notice the pattern or the trend here. And for every person, this is going to be different because everyone is at a different season in life. And I know there's plenty of people out there, plenty of gurus out there, plenty. Podcasts, books, YouTube, Facebook, social media, lots of, this is kind of the world we live in. More. And again, please hear, this is not wrong with more. I like more. And today is one of those days in reflection and in kind of a reset and a relax and a rest and a renewal, where Setema is looking at my life. I'm looking at my life and I'm saying, okay, am I really on the right path? Am I really going where I want to go? Because this is very personal. I've been away from my family for a week. I'll be gone from my family for 2 weeks. It's like very long for me. This is not normal because of the COVID lockdowns that took place almost a year ago. It pushed me to keep my business running, and we took it out of California. And I'm away from my family. We've got money in the bank. We've got a great team of people. We've got awesome clients and clientele. I sat with one of our clients here over the last couple of days, and she's killing it. She's down 35 pounds. She's happy. She's got things lined up in her life. She's looking at just making some big changes with business, and she's confronting everything in her world. Again, our clients, they do well in every part of life. And when they have challenges, we help them. So I'm like looking at my life here. I'm like, okay, am I on the right path? I don't want to be the guy. Like this is clarity for me. I do not want to be the guy who gets to the top of the ladder that I have climbed, or the top of the mountain that I have climbed, only to say, damn, wrong wall, wrong mountain. This is not what I thought it would be. And this is where, as a human being, you've got to really step back in Principle 6, ask and receive. You got to start to ask some powerful questions. Am I really headed in the right direction? Is this really what I want? Now, look, again, a lot of context here. There is nothing wrong with success. I'm all about success. There's nothing wrong with 6, 7, 8, multiple 8-figure businesses and lots of money. I think that's what we ought to do. We have to strive for greatness from wherever we started. And the thing you want to be cautious of is to just every once in a while step back and just ask, is this what I really want? See, the lures and the marketing hooks of life, of a marketplace that thrives off of making money and getting gain, it's a double-edged sword. I like being marketed to. I like the way the economy works in many aspects, because I don't want to go and do my own oil and convert it to gas. I like to pull up to a gas station and put gas in my car. I like some fast food restaurants. I like my In-N-Outs and my sushi places and my cheesecake factories, right? I like shopping online. At the same time, if I'm not careful, I might get confused and or tricked and deceived into thinking that I've got to have more to be happy. Like I have to, like as if more was going to make me more happy. And here's the reality. And there's a book by Clay Christensen. I believe it's called How Will You Measure Your Life? Phenomenal book. Highly recommend the read. And there's this thing about hygiene, he calls it the hygiene factors with money. Once the hygiene factors are met, and we're talking 75, 80 grand a year, once a family's bills are covered, again, I'm not talking about the super elite where it's like, they spend, $50,000 a month on a car or something, or on a yacht, right? I'm talking just kind of the everyday, middle class, upper middle, lower middle. Once your bills are covered, more money does not proportionally raise your level of happiness. And that's a fact. Because as I look back over the last 45 years of my life, I can tell you, being broke absolutely sucks. Being super wealthy, it's great. But there's only so many shoes you can buy. Well, there's only so many places you can travel first class to and resorts you can stay into. Then it's like, okay, now what? Then it's going to come back to, okay, am I contributing to society? Am I engaged in a job or in a business or in a work that allows me to grow and to have fulfillment? Do I have a purpose and vision for my life? And everyone's going to be different. So, right, this question I'm asking you is, are you on the right path? Are you headed in the right direction? And by right, I mean the place that you say, yes, if and when I get there, it's going to be an amazing journey and I'm going to be grateful and happy. I don't want to work 80 hours a week. I'll tell you right now. I know there's a lot of Instagram gurus and influencers who, they're going to show their 10 Lamborghinis and their big mansions. That's awesome for them. I think that's amazing. But that doesn't drive Setema. You want to know what drives me? Drives me is really simple. I love time freedom. I love being able to go to breakfast with my goddess. I love being able to take my sons to school. I love being able to coach their games and play basketball with them and play the bass guitar and jam out with my oldest. He's on the bass guitar and my youngest loves basketball. And then we do football drills with my middle son. I love singing and harmonizing, learning songs, teaching my sons music. I love serving in my church. I, work with these 7 to 8 year olds, 8 to 9 year olds 2 times a month. And we do games and we do lessons and object lessons and set goals. And again, that's completely voluntary. I love dating my wife. I love writing books. I love influencing people. I love using my skills to bless other people's lives. I love being God's hands to make a difference in the world. I've had the super fast $200,000 car. That's great. That's kind of weird for me to say this because I might change tomorrow, but I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I got that fixed. Now it's like, what businesses can I buy and impact and influence? What people can I serve better? How can I solidify and cement more legacy for my family? Meaning, yes, there's going to be a dollar amount in there, but there's also quality of life. And as you are on this path of ambition and vision, remember this, that happiness is the way. Happiness is not the destination. Happiness, gratitude, right, being grateful who you're being right now, that matters. Do not be deceived that more, like, when I get this, I'll be happy. When I get there, no. My friends, you can be happy right now. So if we do apply this lesson to the physical, spiritual, relational, financial, physical, like regardless of where you're at physically, learn how to embrace where you are and start where you are. You don't need to wait till you weigh X amount of pounds to be happy. Look, I'm on a journey right now. Straight up, I'm getting to 260. That's the goal this year. Best shape of my life. That's very lean and light for Setema. It's taken a lot of work to get there, a lot more work than I had anticipated because I love me some food. I like to eat and enjoy. But I'm going to enjoy the journey while I get there. Spiritually, I'm not waiting for heaven until I'm going to be happy. I'm finding God daily. I'm becoming more like my Savior daily. And I'm not going to guilt and shame myself when I have a thought that's out of alignment or maybe not in alignment with gospel principles. With my wife and sons, I'm not waiting for my sons to get straight edge or be perfect. Man, my sons are brilliant. I love them so much just how they are. They're incredible. I love them so much. Like I can be more light as a dad because I'm a hardcore dad. I push my sons like very serious a lot of times, except when I'm a goofball and they're like, Dad, you're so mature. Please don't embarrass me. And then in my business, right? It's like, can I be happy with where I am? And I'm very happy. We've been building this business for almost 8 years now, 7, 8 years I've been on this path. I walked away from the door-to-door industry in 2013. We're talking 8 years, 7.5 years now, right? 7.5 years I've been in this. So I'm not quite at 10, but I've got these big goals. You guys have heard my goals of be this $100 million juggernaut, which means that we're helping a lot of people. Are you sure you're on the right path? Are you sure that you're heading in the right direction? Are you really in alignment with that which truly matters? Or are you getting caught up in the comparison game? I need more. One of the things that I did this week is I deleted Facebook off of my phone, and I'm about to delete Instagram off of my phone. I'm just like, I'm spending too much time there. That doesn't help me. Do I really want to be stuck to my phone? Do I really want to be looking at other people? Like, I love y'all. Those of you who I follow on Instagram, I think you're amazing. But I promise you right now, like, I'm at a place in my life where I don't want my life to be like, if I look at the iPhone and it tells you what you spent your time on. Instagram dominates. I'm like, why am I on Instagram so much? So I'm going to delete it. It's like today is Sunday. So I'm going to delete this off my phone, and my team's going to continue to run my social. And I'm going to really put a heavy, intense focus on God, on my business, on serving and impacting others. And we're going to go test this out for a week or two and see if I can get my productivity back. Instead of waiting in the line, surfing and looking at Instagram, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Setema, be with your kids. Be present, be aware, be awake. So there's an example of how I'm going to apply this principle. Like, I want to make sure that wherever I'm at today, whatever I'm doing today, it really is what I want to do. And I'm not on autopilot. I'm not addicted to social media or to food. And I'm really living a deliberate, intentional, powerful life where I am in control and not a little technological device. People get so afraid of chips. Man, everyone carries their phone around. People are riding e-bikes in my neighborhood or on skateboards, and they're looking at their phone. I'm like, I can't do that. And I'm going to teach my kids to do different. So that's what the message is today. Look, my friends, more is not always better. And if you have more, make sure you become the person that can truly handle the success, that can be a wise steward over the money and resources. And if you want the yacht, and if you want the jet, and if you want these things, Well, go get it, but become a great person in the process. Don't step on people's throats and don't step over dead people that you had to annihilate to get there. Like, you help people along the way. You listen to what God has in store for you. You let God be involved in the intimate details of your life, and you listen. And when a voice, course corrects you or recalibrates you, then you're like, okay, great. Now I know what I gotta go do. And that's what I'm doing right now with social media. That's what I'm doing in my life. I'm looking at my business model. I'm looking at my strategy. I want to make sure that all of the energy and focus that I'm putting into my daily labors is truly leading me to the destination that I really want to be at, not some default place where I get to the top and I'm like, oh, shoot, wrong wall. Gosh dang it. Why did I do this? Why did I spend all this time and energy on something that could never satisfy? Have an amazing Sunday, my friends, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you listen to this podcast. May God bless your efforts. May you be happy. May you course correct. May you be more humble. May you seek that which is divine to guide you on your path, because I truly do believe that with God, we can do so much more. And without him, well, we can do a lot, but nothing compared to what we can with God on our side and us on God's side. Have an amazing day, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, take a screenshot, let me know, shoot me a message. And as Spock would say, live long and prosper. Let's go.
This is your daily revolution. Living prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it, we got the strategic blueprint. This is your daily revolution. You already know. And if you don't, then check my resume. Turning pressure into possibilities every day. We all can win and live our unique purpose. We change our mindsets and put the work in. This is your daily revolution. Daily revolution. Revolution. Your daily revolution podcast.